Hey guys, hello. I'm back with yet another new chapter of Class 6 Old NCRT, that is Takes to City Life. I have posted the two videos earlier than this. If you have any doubt regarding those videos, please comment down below. And as you can see guys, this is a Class 6 Old NCRT and it's for 6th standard kids. So the informations provided in it are not in that deep sense which is required for UPSC and other such exams that require deep knowledge. Okay, so hence I'm trying to cover R.S. Sharma also for you. Please comment down below if you need it. Okay, let's start with the chapter. As I discussed in earlier lectures that how our ancestors moved from prehistoric time to Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic age, as well as the Chalcolithic time. Chalcolithic, the term itself means, the chalco in Latin it means copper. So we can say how our ancestors moved from a stone age to copper age. Okay, and now he's taking his life to city. As I said that man started living in groups. As the number of groups in one village started to grow, as more number of people started living together in one village, these villages grew into towns. Okay, people grew more than he needed, and he started exchanging it with another products. As I said in earlier lectures that people started cultivating their own food, and now the man started cultivating more than his own personal need, and he started exchanging that more thing which he grew with another products, and thus the barter system came into picture. Okay, civilization is a stage of man's development where he looks for more than fulfilling his material needs. Okay, as man began to cultivate his own food, he did not have to wander from place to place for gathering his own food. Hence man has some leisure time for himself. Leisure time in sense, उनके पास कुछ खाली समय हुआ करता था जिससे वो अपने सारे जो क्वेश्चंस नेचर के बारे में, अपने प्रोग्रेस के बारे में, कैसे वो और प्रोग्रेस कर सकते हैं, कैसे अपनी लाइफ और इजी बना सकते हैं, उन सारे क्वेश्चंस को वो आंसर करने लगे. Hence it is rightly said that civilization is a stage of man's development where he looks for more than fulfilling or satisfying his material needs. Material needs in sense food, clothing and shelter. Now they have their own food, they cultivate their own food, they had shelters, and they also had their own way of clothes. Okay, invention of script was the biggest advancement. As I said that the script has been invented. Okay, the script has been invented. Now villages changed to town. Okay, these scripts were first used by traders to keep their accounts. पहले ये सारे जो ट्रेडर्स हुआ करते थे वो इन स्क्रिप्ट्स का इस्तेमाल किया करते थे अपना अकाउंट्स रखने के लिए. लेटर इट वाज नोन टू normal people also. Okay, other civilizations on other rivers of Nile, Euphrates, Tigris, etc. were also developed. For example, in Egypt we know that they had pharaohs by this time, and in Iraq the Sumerian civilization developed in the time when the Harappan civilization developed in India. Okay, moving forward, Mohenjo-daro was the earliest city that was discovered in Indus Valley in Sindh. Okay, so this new civilization has developed in our India, and the Mohenjo-daro was the first city that has been discovered. It was in Indus Valley, thus this whole civilization came to be known as Indus Valley civilization, and it is known as Harappan civilization because as the third point says, later Harappa, Ropar in Chandigarh, Lothal near Ahmedabad, Kalibangan near Rajasthan were also been excavated, and Harappa was the largest city of all as and the culture of Harappa matched with many other sites that has been excavated. Hence, it is also known as Harappan civilization. Okay. We had a good trade relation with the Sumerian civilization. As our history says, we had a good trade relation with Sumerian civilization. Okay. Now, for their irrigation purposes, also for people have started cultivating their own food. They had started doing irrigations also. They used to build embankments, dams, and channels to direct flow water to their fields. Okay, people started living in plains near the rivers. Hence, the irrigation to the fields became very easy. But it was not as complicated as in nowadays. Okay. Now talking about the spread of the Indus Valley civilization, it was spread from Sindh and Balochistan to Punjab, Gujarat, Rajasthan and Kathiawar in India. Please remember these places, guys, as it is helpful in while you are solving the prelims questions in UPSC. Okay, sometimes they ask in MCQs which were the places that in India that were covered in Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so these places are covered. They invented picture-like signs and the scripts were pictographs. As we tried deciphering their language, we saw a pattern of signs that were used in their scripts, and therefore it is known as pictographs. Okay. Handicraft articles were also being traded. The handicrafts articles were also traded with other parts of the world. City of Mohenjo-daro was divided into two parts. Upper one was citadel and lower part was where people lived. The upper part, that is the citadel, had granaries, public buildings and religious buildings. Okay, and the lower part was comparatively big than the citadel. Granaries, granaries were neatly and rectangularly built structure in which they used to keep their extra grains that they produced from the extra grains which were remaining after their personal use. जो भी अनाज बच जाता था उनकी पर्सनल यूज के बाद वो उन्हें ग्रेनरीज में स्टोर किया करते थे एंड दीज ग्रेनरीज बिलोंग्ड टू सिटाडेल. ओके. Moving ahead, houses had courtyards, bathrooms and living rooms. As my next point says, houses were built on both sides of bricks and on both sides of the street, of the well-laid streets. Okay, the houses were built of baked bricks and they were on both sides of the well-laid streets. Okay, and these houses had courtyards, bathrooms and living rooms in it. Okay, and on both sides of street also the drainage system here in Harappa was really very nice. On the both sides of the street were houses and on the streets they had the drainage pipes and they were beautifully lined with the bricks. So it was well laid and the drainage system in Harappa was also really very good. And it also gave it also had their modernity in it. Like जैसे आज हमारा मॉडर्न सिविलाइजेशन आज हम जैसे मॉडर्न लोगों में होता है, जैसे घर के आजू बाजू में ही हमारे ड्रेनेज पाइप्स होते हैं एंड दे आर वेल लाइंड विद द कंक्रीट एंड ऑल. So this shows that how modern was the civilization in itself. Okay, moving ahead, wheat and barley which were baked into breads. As I said that wheat and barley was being cultivated and was the first crops that are being cultivated. Now they were they were powdered and they were baked into breads. Okay, and along with it meat and fish were also taken, and in fruits pomegranate and banana were prominent. Okay, pots of red clay with designs were also made. Clothes of wool and cotton, along with bracelets and amulets of gold and silver, and shells and beads, are also being worn. As you can see in this line, gold and silver was also known by this time, and shells and beads were used as necklaces or amulets and bracelets, which are being worn by both men as well as women. Kids plays with ikkas and puppets. Ikkas are, you can take as modern day cart. You know that cart, for which are being used for taking people from one place to another. Those carts can be resembled as ikkas. Okay, puppets were also used. कठपुतलियां जिसे हम कहते हैं, puppets were also used. इक्कास जैसे आप कह सकते हैं जो हमारी घोड़ा गाड़ी होती है वैसा ही. And the cow carts which are used in villages, ikkas resemble them. Older used to play gambling and hunting. Exports of clothes, handicraft, pottery, making vessels of metal, tools made of copper and bronze were prominent occupations. As I said, exports of clothes and handicrafts, pottery were also exported. Making vessels of metals, since by now copper and also their alloy has been known, so the pots made vessels made out of them were also used for cooking. Okay, tools made of copper and bronze were also a prominent occupation. Seals were used for stamping. As I said that we had trade relation with Sumerian civilization and other such civilizations also. So when the boats or the items used to go from one place to another place, they were sealed, packed, and they were being exported to another people, to other places of the world. Okay, weights and measures were also being used. Clay figures of mother goddess along with a seated male figure was also found, and people was held sacred. Okay, these were the religious aspects of it. Advent of Aryan inventions, and climate change. Climate change, as in it is being said that it is being noted that the Harappan civilization faced floods, and sometimes they also faced droughts also. So these climate changes, along with the advents of Aryans, are some of the causes of the fall of Harappans. Okay. So this brings us to the end of this chapter. Thank you very much. If you have any doubt regarding all these chapters which I have been posting, please comment down below any of your doubts. I will solve it down. Okay. Goodbye. Take care.